What's up, YouTube? It's FitzBro, and we have for you the very first casted game of the two new civilizations for Age of Empires 4. We've got Casva playing, Beastie Cutie playing as the Malians, with on the other side of the map, Casva playing as the Ottomans. Both these civilizations just came out to the public update preview that you can play over on Steam. I have some guides on my channel right now for the Ottomans, so go check those out, but I'll be talking you through some of the new things about these civilizations, and of course, always an epic matchup seeing Beastie Cutie and Casva, two qualified Age of Empires 4 Red Bull Wolo tournament players, and of course, Beastie Cutie ranked number 1 on the ladder, so we'll have to watch him very closely as far as his opening build order. And a weird map. We've got Hideout. It's kind of like Woodwall, but a thicker middle section of the map, but should make for some interesting gameplay. And it looks like Beastie Cutie, he's opened with, he's putting his, I guess, new villagers on food, but he opened up with throwing 4 villagers on the wood line. And the reason why he's doing that, the Malians, they start with some additional wood to build this pit mine. Now that pit mine, it will generate gold passively. So it sits here, extracts the gold, and it never runs out. It'll keep going. The mine might run out of gold, but the pit mine will keep working. And you can boost this by building houses around it. So he is chopping a lot of wood because he's going to build houses all around this pit mine to boost that gold up. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. So the houses for the Malians actually cost 25 wood a piece, but provide half as much population, 5 population. So a little bit of a change there, but there's some passive gold income, and you essentially don't have to mine gold with the Malians. So opening up with, it looks like his new villagers going to food. He put his original 4 there on the wood, and they're going to remain there, and he's just building up this pit mine. On the other side, Casva, playing as the Ottomans, doing a little more of a traditional build. 7 on food, 3 to gold. I mean, this feels like you're playing Abbasid Dynasty or something. So, you know, it's a civilization I've been enjoying. As far as my experience with these two civs so far, I think that the Malians are the stronger of the two. But we'll see as we really figure out how these civilizations work, and, you know, of course, any balance changes that could come from this preview between now and the official launch of these civilizations. Okay, looks like he did 7 on food, 4 to gold. Now he's going to do 8 on food, and I'm assuming new villagers will go to wood. And on this map, you can actually push the deer right up against your town center, so that's what he's doing there to scout. He did open 2 scouts, and he's been pushing deer in. Okay, so Beastie Cutie has built all these houses. Looks like he got 7 around this pit, and then also this will boost the rate as well, the mining camp. So he's building that mining camp. Now he has plenty of gold. Let's see, we have 7 on food now. Still has those original 4 on the wood. So he's going to leave those there, not going to transition the back. I've seen some people do like a straggler tree build at the beginning where you just chop for like 2 houses and then put them on food. But he's just deciding to keep them on wood. And interesting with this build order is he's actually going to have plenty of gold. You can see he's nowhere near aging up with his food, but has all this gold. So I almost wonder is he overdoing it on all the gold, or will this boost him to maybe a fast castle, or will he use that in the next stage? We'll have to see. Of course, there's a few other cool mechanics about the civilization we'll be checking out here very soon. Looks like Beastie is killing these deer. Interesting, he hasn't pushed them back to his town center, though. I thought that was Casva for a second, but he's killing them all. I guess he's maybe going to put a... Okay, I thought that might be a mill, but yeah, he went for a mining camp. So he's going for some stone, and there we go. Beastie's aging up, and this is an amazing landmark. The Manza Quarry. It generates gold per minute passively, and you can also toggle it to generate stone. So what do players, of course, do? They toggle it straight to generate stone, gather a few extra stone, and what do you have? Plenty of wood and stone for a second town center. 400 wood and 300 stone. You can start booming. Players love to do this. Okay, so this landmark, very good. On the other side, we got Casva. He's got the Sultani Trade Network. So it's a market. You can trade at it, but you can also garrison a total of 6 traders inside of it. Each one will generate a passive 28 gold per minute. Now, it's actually better to, if you can get your trade route secure, to send them off to do actual trades. So we'll see if he ejects them or if he leaves them in there. But it is safer, though, just to keep them inside. So some players will opt, you could turn this toggle on and they'll spawn inside of there. Some opt to pop them out, go for a trade run. But it looks like he's going to... There he goes. He is going to go for that trade run, in fact. And you got to think about it, though. These traders cost 60 wood, 60 gold. So it takes usually a few passes to really get your value back. So it's kind of a delicate balance of how much booming do you do early on. Maybe we'll see Casva wall up this side or something like that. Now, he is getting his wheelbarrow right now. By the way, we haven't talked much about this vizier system. I have an entire guide on this on my channel, so go check out my Ottoman guide. But essentially, you get points for each unit you train. So look at this, you'll get 50 points right there. So you got 2 points for training that villager. Different units, if they're more expensive, give you more points, such as a knight or anything like that. Also, aging up gives you a good chunk of points. And once you get those points earned up, the experience earned up, you can see the bar, it gives you one of these Imperial Council points, and you can buy one of these cool, it's either like it's kind of like a shipment. It's like AoE3 unit shipments with experience. It's very similar, but typically you see this Anatolian Hills used, which sends you sheep and an increased mining rate. But if you want to see all of those, go check out my Vizier guide on the channel. Okay, we got the scouts facing off right now. Let's check out BC Cutie side of the base. He did go for a stable. I heard Casp actually doing a little bit of a trading there. No second town center yet, but we're probably about to have one. He looks like he's about has the 300 stone. He needs a little bit more wood, though. He's currently being raided a little bit by Casva. And honestly, if you're up against the Malians, do exactly this. Take your scout over there and start sieging houses because they're almost always outside of the range of the first town center, right? So this is a great thing to do if you want to harass the Malians. And we see that happening right now. Casva on the other side, opting just for the traditional stable. He's going to be training up to Sipahi. And the Sipahi, essentially like a fancy horseman. 110 food, 20 wood. Let's see where he spends this point, by the way. We'll see in a second. Oh, he went for the drummer. A lot of times you go for the sheep, but I've done this too. When you have, like, he has a ton of sheep, he doesn't want to go for extra sheep right now. It does give you additional mining, but okay, so he's got the Metro drummer. Now you can train this Metro drummer out of here, and it gives a boost, right? 100 food, 80 gold. But by getting it at the Imperial Council, it also gives a 15% speed boost. So I think the idea here is he's trying to speed up his cavalry. And you see that as they get in range, you can see they're currently getting a buff. Not only is he getting the attack speed buff right now, which you can toggle to be either melee defense or archer defense as well. Basically, you have attack, defense. But he's getting an additional speed right now. So take a look at these guys. They have a 1 point... is he within range? I think one. I don't think they're one. Maybe it's 1.88 base. I'm trying to remember. He's training one right now. We'll take a look. Maybe it's 1.77 base. I don't always memorize my... 1.88. I thought he would get speed. Maybe it's just not reflected here on the tooltip as he gets it. It says 1.88, but I don't think that's right. Don't know. We'll have to check that out. Let me know in the comments below if you do know. Meanwhile, BC has dropped down his second town center. He also will probably have a second pit mine, which he has right there. So he's got 2 of those pit mines generating gold. Remember, each age you go up, you get additional pit mines. So slap those down for that free gold. Let's look at the income per minute right now. And look at this. That gold, that's... Well, does he have any miners? No, that's purely from his... pit mine, so that's pretty crazy. Okay, so Castle kind of went for the early Meter, which I kind of like. It's kind of a fun build to do when you're going for horseman raids, and if you have the sheep on lockdown. So that's what he's done, and he is, in fact, still doing the trade booming. So let's see how much they're bringing back. 53 gold. So if you think about if you spend 60 gold and 60 wood, they're bringing back 53 gold. It takes more, like at least 2 trips to like start to come out ahead, and it's a lot of time. So trading can be good, but it doesn't really boost you up unless you have the time to secure it and benefit from it in the late game. Okay, so you see he's able to currently outrun. I keep checking to see if I see that movement speed reflected. It just might not be reflected in the base stat. Yeah, I don't think it is. Right now it's say, oh, 2.16. There it is. 2.16. Did we see it? I think that's what it said. Yeah. Okay. I'm not used to seeing the movement speed say above 1.88, but yeah, it looks like it is 2.6 when he's receiving this boost. So very cool. Now, this is a unique unit for the Malians. This is the Sofa. It is basically a lighter... It's between a horseman and a knight, okay? It's got some ranged armor. It's speedier, though, so it's kind of has the speed of a horseman, a little bit more damage, though. If we take a look at their military buildings, this civilization really changes everything you know about counter systems. They've got the Scout, which can be upgraded to the Warrior Scout, which you already did, which has, I think, like 7 attack versus a regular Scout, which has 1. And then the Sofa, I just told you about, is kind of that light armored unit. You can also get the add additional armor later on. And then he can also do this, which increases the movement speed of nearby infantry by 15%. But that's in the 4th age. Very, very good technology. Okay, Casper down here. Oh, it looks like he's trying to wall up, but BC might have beaten him to it. The most important thing for him is to secure this trade route, which he is doing right now. Villagers coming out, building palisade walls. And there we go. He's using this metro exactly kind of the way it is best intended is to get that speed boost, to use it for some raids with some sofa or Sipahi. It can be really, really nice. At the barracks for the Ottomans, you got everything traditional. Spearmen, man-at-arms. So it's really the Sipahi and the metro that is very different for the Ottomans. Of course, there's the Janissary out of the archer range later on. We'll see if he gets any of those. Honestly, I found the Janissary to be rather underwhelming. It's a early gunpowder unit that counters cavalry specifically, but it takes 50% more damage from range. And typically, early on, people have a lot of archers or a keep or whatever, and they'll just shred your Janissaries. Okay, so we got a little bit of a walling war. Looks like Castle was trying to cut him off, but he was not able to do it. So, oh, maybe he was able to do it. Oh, big pickup for him there. Okay, so BC trying to wall off, but let's look at the income per minute. Man, look how much the Malians are bringing in. He's sitting there on 1-2. He did go for a third town center, and now we have another unique mechanic as we have just some scuffles going on at the walls. For the Malians, they can build what I like to call the Movus. What is the Movu? Well, we got the cattle ranch, and for each cattle you put inside it, it gives you 28 food per minute. You train these cattle from your mill. They cost 100 gold to do. Now, each of these cattle, they have 500 food, and you can actually gather them as fast as a boar. So it could be worth it to just eat it right away. But if you have playing the long game, that passive food trickle is going to be great. And you see him building it in a circle. That's because the landmark he's going to build next boosts this even further. So he's going to build his landmark right in the middle of this circle. So you only need 7 of these. He's built 7. Yep. Don't build any more of that because you can build a total of 20 cattle. So unfortunately, you have like the last bin won't be complete, right? 3 times 7 is 21. So you have 1 extra space at the end of the day. But that's what's going on here. So he's got his pit mine boom going on. He's got his cattle boom going on. BC Cutie is going to be really set up. I think this might probably be even better than trade. Will be interesting to see if Caspa goes for there's a trade landmark. Wonder if he just like plops it out in the middle, or if he goes for the additional vizier points. Okay, he did spawn in the 2 imams. So he did this right here. So maybe he ran back and healed up. I think that might have been what he was doing. And by the way, these imams, when you get them from the vizier system, they do an area effect heal. So basically, if you're just standing near the imam, they'll start healing up, which is pretty nice. Okay, BC Cutie is trying to break through with these warrior scouts, but has not been able to yet. It does look like Castle was able to wall down on his southwest side. These Meter boosting that speed of his army. I'm really nervous for Castle because I'm telling you, this boom, once it gets at full tilt, is going to be absolutely crazy. Is the Movu OP? That should be the thumbnail of a video if it is not already. Is the Movu OP? Okay, we've got the villagers coming in. It looks like he's going to get some additional mining. I think the pits also boost. Let me read it. Without depleting, the gold extraction rate of open pit mines are increased by 20%. So I don't think... I thought maybe they boosted the villager gather rate, but I don't think it does. What's this? The gold extraction rate. So I'm assuming that specifically means the mine. So I don't think it gives any other boost to like the villagers. You already have a lot of gold. I just thought it did for some reason. Okay, so again, just some back and forth at the walls. We've kind of got some spearmen facing off on the right side. The challenging thing about this map is which side do you fight on, right? People, and you see BC Cutie and Caspa fighting on both. Very common. Maybe in some lower level games, you might see people focusing on like one side or trying to chop through the middle. I think they're kind of trying to chop through the middle. But this is a wood wall. I think was a little thinner. This is a very thick wall to chop through. I've tried to do this thinking like, oh, my strategy is to chop through and surprise my enemy. It takes so long to chop through. Okay, Caspa has not gone for any of the free units that the Ottomans are able to get. And honestly, I don't hate this decision. It is a expensive building, the military school, 150 wood and 100 stone. It passively generates units, but extremely slowly. So it's a big investment. You see him still not even doing it yet. So it's interesting to see that he's chosen just to forego that. It might be, when you're in the later stages of the game, though, it's nice to have. I like he has actually built some markets over here, and he's getting the full trade route now. So 148 gold per pass. But has to lock down the side of the map, otherwise all his trade will be for naught. Okay, now, I was wondering, oh, why did he build this here? I don't know about this, guys. Okay, so this landmark it doubles the Imperial Council experience. So if you build a unit and it's inside the aura of this, it gets double. It typically would, but he's got nothing around this. He built it in the middle. I thought he honestly might go for the trade landmark, and I almost wonder if he picked the wrong one. The Sea Gate will boost your traders quite significantly, but he didn't go for it. A very interesting decision. But right now, BC Cutie shutting down the army of Casva, and this is a big problem because now he could start losing a lot of these traders. Okay, so working on that. We do see BC has aged up to the 3rd age, and there we go. The Muvu, the Grand Fulani Corral, that is going to be providing nearby cattle, provide 20 food per minute. Okay, so this boosts this even further. Look at this income per minute. Okay, I think he has this fully operation now. He does all of these. So this is his maxed out food per minute right now. Look at that, 1,700 food. Now he does have regular villagers, 28 regular villagers, but I'm sorry, I'm looking at Casvas. BCQ does have 28. I have even heard of people pulling villagers off of food once they have these online later on in the game. So absolutely crazy. He's also still mining. We'll build an additional pit mine here soon if he hasn't already. He could do that. But BC is slowly breaking through, and that's going to be an issue for Casva's trade line. These traders bringing in a lot of value, 148 gold per. I kind of wish, I really wish he had aged up with the landmark that boosts trading. I almost wonder if he thought he was. It also serves as a keep, so it would help him protect his trade line. Curious that he decided not to go for it. Now, by the way, a unique thing for the Ottomans, I've go through this in depth in my Ottoman guide, but the blacksmith provides a military production boost to nearby buildings, and this scales with each age, 25, 33, 40% respectively. And if you build the Istanbul Observatory in the 4th age, it moves the bonus to 60%. So it boosts both the regular barracks and stables, but I think the primary idea is you're supposed to build this with your military school so that those free units are trained faster. But no military school units from him yet. Casva has largely just ignored it so far. And we'll see if it works out. I mean, I don't hate it. It's an expensive building, and the units take forever to come out. So maybe he's just decided just to forget about it altogether, set up his trade, do traditional means. Looks like he does have a wall completed, despite being pushed back at first. Stonewalling off the side, so this could make a difference of slowing down BC Cutie's raise if he can establish this stone. We've got an imam. He's come to spread his religion to the Malians, but looks like he's actually survived. He ran right through. That's a regular town center, so it doesn't shoot unless garrison. I keep looking to see if there's like a relic he's grabbing, so he's trying to grab those relics. Now, by the way, they did nerf relics a little bit. They don't provide as much as they used to. Now, Casva, we said this might have been a mistake, but this also might have been on purpose. Maybe he just really wanted to build a new thing around it. So he's building his stables around the Imperial Palace now. So each of these knights that's trained will provide quite a few points. I'm actually curious with the double points. When he trains a knight here, I want to see how many points he actually gets. We'll see if we can catch that. Oh no! Casva almost had his stone wall done, but a raid gets through and he's not going to get it completed. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, he does have his knights. Man, these knights look so badass. Look at them. They also have like a different sound. I don't know if that's for all knights or just specifically the new civs, but the sound effect is different. A lot of nice quality of life changes, of course, with this patch overall. My favorite thing so far has been the water changes are amazing. It's so much more fun to play water, much more variety. Whether it's totally balanced yet, we'll have to figure that out, but it's been really fun. So Knights right now doing quite a raid on BCQ's base. 89 villagers for Casva, 106 for BC, because of course he did go for the 3 town centers while Casva went for the 2 TCs, but you got to count for the traders that Casva has. He has a ton of traders. How many traders does he have? He has 14. Oh, he doesn't have a ton. He doesn't have a ton, and part of why he doesn't have a ton is this has been going on. Oh my gosh. This is not good for him. Currently losing those traders. Another one going down. Escapes for a second. But we have... the Malians are supposed to be known for being the trading civilization, but BC, he's completely ignored trade, and I don't know. I think part of the reason people do typically ignore trade is it's very, very difficult to defend. Walls are your best bet in general. Okay, so we've got continuing lots of knights fighting over here. A worker caught up in it, and down it goes. those knights facing off. Now, we have archers. I'm assuming he got the poison arrows. Yes. So this upgrade you get for the archers, they don't have a crossbow, but it deals 3 additional damage over 6 seconds. So it's damage over time, and it stacks. So if you have all these shoot, that's 3 damage over 6. Look at it. You can see it stacking right now. Boom. Let's see a unit get shot. Like, it's just this. It is crazy, but didn't have enough of them. Looks like he's going to get cleaned up there. Okay, Casva going for the sacred site on the other side of the map. A bold move. Let's see how this pays off for him. BC Cutie has his defense army back at home. Let's look at the villager count. 93 for Casva, 113 for BC Cutie. Let's watch that income per minute. We are right now, right before our eyes. Look how many resources BC's bringing in. His economy is just massive. And the Malians, once they are at full tilt, it's just amazing. Casva transitioning into farms. He has... Okay, Casva, he needs to work on his city building. Actually, that might get the boost since it is just barely touching. I think he gets the boost. It's just a sliver of the circle. It's gonna be very awkward sometimes on like maps like Altai. There's like no space to build like this. So this is actually almost an ideal one as far as Ottomans building. So Casva going to be continuing to boom. You see more traders. He stacked up these Imperial Council points, and part of the reason why he hasn't spent them is he hasn't built any military schools. And this one, he got this one, but he hasn't. A lot of these bonuses help specifically the military school, and he hasn't been building them. He did go for siege crews. We'll see if he uses this later on. And trade bags. This is a very good one. We should have mentioned this one earlier. Plus 40% gold collected with this. So trade bags is very nice. Okay, so we've got BC Cutie looking to fight through right now with his sofa. He's got the sofa mi redo. Imagine if I went to music school, I'd be able to say that easier. Look at the arrows. They're purple because they're poison. Everybody knows poison is purple. Look at it go. Oh, the poison. Okay, Casva could honestly maybe use a mangonel and some spearmen would perhaps do very well against this. I don't know. If he's going for knights, I mean, a fully knight composition not terrible either. Right now we see those knights pushing forward, and they're taking that damage over time. Look at it stack. Oh my gosh. This knight's just going to get shredded. There it goes. Yeet! That's up against archers. I mean, pretty impressive. But considering they don't have crossbows, that's part of why they have it. Oh, but what's going on? Casva is getting raided hard in the back line. Oh, man. And this is really showcases why, like, trade has not really been a thing. Like, despite he had built all these stone walls, he's had all these cavalry to chase these down, has had a standing army the whole time, been very aggressive with his defense. BC still has broken through and killed traders on repeated attempts. It's just very, very hard to shore up trade. Okay, Casva currently cleaning up what's left of BC's army and base. Let's look at those villagers. 102 for Casva, 132 for BC Cutie. BC has a ton. And what's going on? We've got BC in age 4, and he is getting all of his techs. Okay, now look at this. Movement speed of infantry for Farima leadership. He's getting this cav. Oh, this one I told. Yeah. So this tech is really good. It makes it so that infantry around the cav, the sofa, get a movement speed buff. He's also getting elite warrior techs. Anything else he's picking up of note? Not really. He's getting some of his eco techs as well. Now let's see what he aged up with. Okay, he went with the Guria Tabara. Now this is basically has this cooldown, which you can see is already activated. You can spend 300 gold and get some different boosts. So you can either do an eco one, which is the food festival. You can do the military festival, which is going to do military production speed, or you can do the siege festival, which is going to do the damage, including torch damage as well. So those are your kind of your different options. You probably want to hotkey this Guria Tabara, but this is the one I've been aging up with as well. Actually, I think he built all the same landmarks I built. Yep, he did the Mansa Quarry, he built the Muvu, the Grand Fulani Corral, and then he went for the Guria Tabara. I've still been switching between the Sultani Trade Network and the Berry landmark for the Ottomans. I like to get this one, typically the Istanbul Mark Imperial Palace. With the way he's trading, I think this is about the best case I could have seen of maybe the Seagate, which does boost trading. So it's interesting to see he didn't do that. And is he aging up yet? Not yet. Does he have the res for it? Nowhere close. He needs a lot of food. I keep watching to see. Oh, he's about broken through. He's working on it. He's chopping. He's trying to break through. He's going to go for a raid. Maybe catch BC Cutie off guard, but BC, he's got to know it. These players have played on this map a few times. This is to be expected. We got the bombard down to the south side. Both players chopping through. The lumberjacks don't even know they're about to chop through and release the dam. Right, we're about to release all of the knights. He saw it just in time. By the way, Caspa has spent some of these points on these military schools, despite I haven't seen him build one yet. Any military schools? 0 military schools. So Caspa has embraced the Ottomans, but has not accepted the faith of the military school. So can't showcase that for you this game. It's just a slow building, slowly produces units. But I don't know. I think this late of the game, it could have helped him out with some free units by now. Okay, we got a stone wall being built down. Man, but since stone walls can be attacked by under construction, Caspa might break through. Does he have the tech? I think he does. Yeah, he has it. So these villagers actually, yeah, they will repair faster than usual. There's a technology, unique tech, I can't remember the name of it right now, but it makes villagers repair faster. Okay, so BC was able to get a keep down. Caspa, realizing he's an age behind, knows that the Malians have boomed up, wasn't able to really secure his trade boom. BC going for the 3 TC plus the Muvu gold pit boom. Oh my gosh, this is about as much resources you possibly be bringing in, is going to be taking a victory over Caspa. I hope you guys enjoyed this very first casted game here on the Pup. Let me know which is your favorite civilizations, the Malians or the Ottomans. Right now, I gotta say, I'm really loving the Ottomans. The Malians, they seem a little OP to me, and you know my style. I prefer to take the underdog, make my life challenging, so we'll be playing more Ottomans, but keep an eye on the channel for more guides for both these civilizations. I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.